Was that honestly necessary? I get it. Was this honestly necessary? Woo-wee, this was a tough one to get through. Not my favorite episode. I did like the challenge. However, this all felt just very played. I don't know. The finale's next week. Babies, let's get into this episode. Cue my theme music.
Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel here on YouTube. Matty Rants channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe, and become a part of my Rant Pack family. To find me on other social media pages like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, hit my link tree up and follow all of those links to those pages, and follow me on my other social media platforms. Don't forget, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm on the Stereo app with duly _ noted Blake Keisha and Mimi Cherry on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. For the Food Porn Podcast on Mondays, Online Dating the Ghosts Who Run It on Wednesdays, and of course, the revisal of Fortunate Rants on Fridays. And then I'm partnered with Airtime app. Shout out to Airtime for Tuesdays and Thursday shows. Tuesdays is Drag Race Everything, where we talk about Drag Race everything. And then on Thursdays, you can win some money with Drag Race Trivia and Hot Topics with my co-host Dooley _ noted. Dooley brings the boards, we bring the fun, and you can win some cash. Starting in September, we are raising the prizes up by $5 extra, so y'all need to jump on into that gig, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this episode. Before I start this car up, okay? Before I put the keys in the ignition and ask you to strap in your seatbelt, I'm going to tell you this. These are just my opinions. These are not facts. These are just my opinions. That's all they are, okay? If you disagree, that is absolutely fine. And I'm glad you have an opinion. I promise you, it's going to be okay. Because I may not say things that you care for today. I did not personally like this episode. That's how I'm starting this off. And I'm not trying to shade it, but in reality, this seemed a whole lot of whoop. What does that mean, Maddie? This was all fluff, this episode, for me. Like, honestly, we could have been gone to the finale. We didn't even need this twist. And like I said before, the twist should have happened sometime in the middle of the show. But at the same time, this is what we're being presented. We're watching the show. We're doing this together. Hang in there, baby. I got that. It just felt weird to have it go from top 5, top 4, then back to top 5 for us to go back to top 4 again. Like, that's just what happened. Like, move a space, move back a space, move a space again. I didn't know we were the king piece on a chessboard. Just one space. Come on now. And I felt bad for Silky after 6 wins, child, not coming back to the competition. But again, lots of stunts were pulled, props were shown. There was a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. Eureka had the passion. Rewarded. So Eureka's back into the competition. All right, here we go. Now, the next day, the queens returned back in. Of course, Trinity is still giving Sour Patch Kid vibes. I don't know if that's the edit or if that's what Trinity's going through or if she's been feeling down and they're just catching these moments. I don't want to assume that of a person. However, based on what I'm seeing, very down the entire episode. Like, oh, these girls, they just set me up. I mean, we'll get there. We will get there. But everyone's back into the workroom. What's about to happen? Who's coming back in? I wonder who. RuPaul brings in Eureka. Uh-oh. Back again. You know, everybody is excited. -1. Well, excited, but at the same time, it just feels like, damn, I was this close. And then, poof, back again. I might as well take this opportunity versus explaining this through the rest of the episode that we're reviewing today of how this played out. Because Trinity's, I was this close. Oh my God, this makes me feel bad. I want to be happy for you, but I'm thinking about this the entire episode. I am not shading Trinity for having emotions and feelings and feeling like she was fucked over in that moment. I think it's quite valid to feel that way. But this is the show, and of course, they play these games. Again, I respect her emotions and opinions. I would feel some kind of way too. I'll be all real with you. I'd feel some kind of way too. I probably would have gotten over it a little bit quicker, but I would have definitely been like, so no. We're not top 4, technically. We were there, and then, back to 5 again. Let's just keep it. You roll with the punches. But it definitely was the episode for her where that was highlighted through the whole episode for Trinity. The entire episode. So, Neek, how you doing? Ginger, how you feel? Raj, what's going on? Eureka. There is this moment, too. Look at me skipping. This is how we're doing the review today, children. There is this moment where Eureka walks over to Trinity out the blue and just brings up the whole, thank you for showing me love and giving me attention, this, that, and the other, whoop to whoop. Like, that's supposed to make someone feel better about them already feeling like they're going home. I did not understand that. And yes, they were talking to Trinity. They were having a moment like, how do you feel? And well, someone's going home and we got this close and da-da-da-da. And all of a sudden here you come over here talking about you making me feel good. What? Like, what is... Okay, I got it, but that was sort of what I saw for Trinity this entire episode. Everybody else had more pieces to play. Kylie, ain't no one stopping me from getting to the top. Ginger, this is a really scary situation. Raja, I don't think so. Not happening. Oh my God, no. That's how that went down, right? You see what I'm saying? How that went with other folks? Where Trinity was just more so, oh my God, I'm so close. This is bullshit. Da-da-da-da-da. I feel it, but again, it's what you give them, how they interpret it, and what they throw back at us now for our own interpretation. So I feel bad for Trinity. I don't feel like she was sour the whole day, but fuck, that's how the edit felt. Look at me doing... I couldn't help myself. Normally I go in order, but I said, no, I have to get that off my chest. Because in my reaction, you'll see me. I just sat there like, we're doing this the whole episode? This is what this is going to be like? Okay, work. Eureka's back in the competition. RuPaul is there. Aren't y'all excited, girls? Now the real Final 5. Now the real show can begin. Their mini challenge involves them doing something for Pride, or Pride-ish, where Levi's, I said, okay, Levi's for the sponsor, brought their Pride collection in for the queens to then have 30 minutes to do some quick drag and to give their best Pride look for a photo shoot. Photo op moment to basically capture them in moments of pride, and RuPaul giving her best I'm a photographer, aka Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model. Y'all remember. You remember. RuPaul, it's a fun time. Everyone's having a little giggle here and there. And of course, the pictures come out interesting. The winner is Kylie Sonique Love, the Maxi challenge, the main giga-da-da-da-do. All right? It's a monologue challenge. They must storytell. Kids, storytell monologue challenge. Vagina monologues, except it's charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent monologues, which is see you next Tuesday monologues of vulgarity of vagina. RuPaul, 6 degrees of separation. There you go. Oprah, did you send a bill? Just kidding. They must tell a story, intrigue us, inform us, make us go wow, laugh, all of the above, give us the emotions. Good storytelling. Whoopi Goldberg is a great storyteller. She's done some HBO specials that are really great. I think some of those clips are on YouTube as well. Check it out. Whoopi tells a damn good story. And this is something, I guess, most of them related it to their first time in drag or first experiences through the stories they wanted to tell. They have Alec Mappa, who I honestly think should be one of the new, like if we were to change out people, be one of the guest judges. He's great. I always thought he was funny. I enjoyed his comedy. And Jermaine Fowler, who, if y'all remember, was on the Celebrity Drag Race. So they're the ones coaching the queens today on what they need to do in terms of giving their story some for, pacing themselves. And they're great folks. This was a good time. I am not going through all of this. This episode was low-key kind of flat. I'm just going to be honest with you. It was a little flat. I was like, okay, let's just get there. Because once we get there, it's going to get real silent night. You understand what I'm saying? And when we got there, it was very much that. Quiet. So, okay. We don't have to have it all out all the time, Matty. I feel you. I understand. But I wanted some boom, boom, but not boom, clap. Not that again. As I explained before, in between all of this, Eureka, you're back. You have so much that you need to show. Because if you're in the bottom, you're more than likely going home. Trinity, you've had the most losses, so you possibly could be the one going in. This is the entire episode. I kid you not. Ginger being nervous, but she shouldn't be, because why? Who was going to pull that stunt? Like, honestly, it'd have been a good move tonight, especially after the result of the lip sync. It'd have been a good move tonight. But who's going to send her home? Kylie feels comfortable because she's just going to be in a positive spirit. Roger's going to be in a positive spirit, probably shitting a brick in her head, but like, at the same time, girl, what are we going to do? And again, Trinity, but I'm here. Ooh. That was the episode. I've given y'all the good narration of the in-between. If there was stuff that happened in the middle of that, it didn't really resonate on my shoulders. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these performances for the monologues. Into this interesting runway, which was, oops, I did it again. I was hoping a night of 1,000 Britneys, but that didn't happen. Fashion faux pas shown on the runway. And judging and everything else. Now, as I expected, this was going to give me some very in-between volume settings. So I understood this is us listening, or listen, to what they had to say. And let's see how the pacing goes with this, because that's a story, y'all. Pacing, setup, beginning, ends. Everything must be connected. We need to be in the story with you. I need to be here. I'm listening. And am I also interested in what your story is about? That's a big deal. So let's talk about it. Now, Trinity K. Bonet. This is what went down for you, because I'm going to tell you, first act, fine. Second, missing. Third, there you go. I felt bad. You start off the story explaining of a catfish situation with you having to deal with your drag. And there was a separation after we got off of that part between the moment you met the man and when you had saw the pictures online. It was like we got to the whole, well, I got the video. It's really him. Bow, what it do. There was this whole rush because you rushed your ass. And I'm not talking to you meanly. I love you, sister. But you rushed your ass all the way to the place where you met the man. And it was so like, da-da-da-da-da-da. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, okay, girl, wait, hold on. Back up. Because there were a couple moments in there that were jokes that you could have landed. And it just did not. It was very, you were rushing us on the flight. They didn't put enough gas in, girl. It was very that. When we got to the third part, though, that's when it started to come back together, and I was back in the story again. Plus, this houndstooth look was the tea. I was like, yes, yes. But I thought, for what it's worth, you did a good job. It was just right in that part where I needed the connection to keep going, and the energy just to rise up because you were running to the punch. So I felt like that was the mess up right there. That was the issue with Trinity's, but she did a good job. Next up is Kylie Sonique Love with First Time. And there are a few of these in the beginning. I was a drag queen. That type of story. Her first time in drag and the feeling it gave her and, you know, the rise and the falls and the ups and the downs. I'm not going to shade Kylie. I know there's some fans up in here like, don't talk about my sis, but I'm doing it today. I'll be real with you. The story was there, but I was not very interested. Like I was watching it. I was listening. I thought once she got to the end and she was wrapping up the full experience, oh, I could feel that. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good feeling. But the beginning and then towards the middle, I think it got a little later in the middle half of what she was talking about. I started to actually jump into the story. But first half, I was like, oh my, this is taking a bit. Come on, grab a beat. But was it bad? No, I was trying to get into the story, and it took me a little second to get there for her. But I do like Kylie a lot, and I think she's absolutely gorgeous, of course. This dress was amazing. But I just felt like it took a second for the train to actually start up. Next up is Ginger Minge with My Ruby Slippers. Ginger, you know, I was kind of gagged that you didn't win today, but then again, talk about the person who stopped you on your conquest for win number 3. 'Cause you were really good. I was entertained. I was there for the entire story. the wanting to be in your mom's clothes, where you're from, and how they treat you. I believe it was the stepfather, the daddy. I want to say stepfather. It's normally like that. The gay household, some stepdad bastard. But the father figure in that household was nasty to you. Your mama got you some good old kitten red ruby heels. And it was that supportiveness from your mother, as well as the story that you told in between that. Yes, they were talking about it being too professional and clean, which I thought to myself, I mean, but that's Ginger. So it's kind of hard. Like, what is she supposed to do? Like chill the fuck out while she was talking? I don't know. I liked how Ginger told her story. I was entertained by it. She even had the ruby slippers on. I thought it was good. Next up is Bunny Tail. Low key, high key, all keys, Raja. Had you not had that skip, I mean, that CD skip, sister. There were some scratches on that motherfucker. I'm telling you. That song stopped. No. She started off her story and took that breath, back in it again. Honestly, you did really well after that. So I was like, no. It was like that pause is gonna be some serious marks off for Raja, but I thought her story was really, really well told about the bunny tail with the duct tape in the back. And the oop! Every time something came undone, it was well put together, and I love the fact that she gave us pauses for us to laugh at certain things and paced it nicely, but that beginning was a little rough. You pulled it together, Raj. I thought you did a good job. Last but not least is Eureka. The story was called A Benefit for Boom Boom, and what I like about that, and I'm thinking to myself, girl, was this for Chevelle Boom Boom Brooks? Let me find out. Or if it was just somebody else. But, that's the Boom Boom I know. But Eureka's story has to do with her basically pooing on stage after doing a split or a jump split. Okay? She had a little wet kitty. It went backstage. Her drag daughter kind of put her on blast. Good story. Now, Eureka, okay. This is one of those. When you're someone who is great at having a conversation, telling a story sometimes comes naturally. I love to have a good conversation. And so good stories come out of having those. And you could tell with Eureka, if she was nervous, I didn't see it. If she messed up, missed that moment. Mama had her transitions together. The jokes landed. Everything was well presented. Highs were high, lows were lows. Lessons were given. She did her job. And that's what I ask of. She knew the assignment and she did her job. So Eureka, when I tell you, you came back and they gave you this sort of, okay, now we're telling stories. All right. She said, I ain't gonna be in the bottom, bitch. Okay. And that you didn't do. Let's go ahead and get into these runway looks. On to RuPaul first. Chop. I like the wig. I like the makeup. The pant. This just is not. No. It's a boo. It's a boo. Wendy Testerberger boo. It's a choop. It's not even a chop. It's a choop. Choop. A shoot chop. Choop. No. Michelle looks good. Carson liked the jacket. And Justin Simeon, you were a breath of fresh air on this panel. Let's get into the runway. Category is, oops, I did it again, fashion faux pas. First up is Trinity K. Bonet giving some classic beauty tease here. I love this look, Trinity. The gloves were everything. Love the dress. But the fashion faux pas was the safety pins that were keeping the dress together. And Trinity's explanation was that the dress did not fit anymore. And so in order for her just to wear it, we're going to safety pin that motherfucker together and push on through. I love this look. I wish it was more dramatic with the fashion faux pas, but I still thought it was a classic look done very well. I enjoyed the plum and the lavender, darling. Raja O'Hara is next. And once again, everybody, did I not have this conversation with you many seasons ago about presentation being fucking key. When you give a show and explain the look at the same time, serving, you give it what you need. Raj O'Hara did just that with this fashion faux pas. Caught in the dressing room. Gasp! I don't even have the outfit on all the way. Mama was serving that runway. Go in, sister. Earrings coming down. Trying to keep the garment together. Slide it back up. It's cute. It's still done. And you got to say on this runway to RuPaul and to the world that you made everything that you brought to this competition. So go on, sis. This was a good look. Next up is Kylie Sonique Love giving me all kinds of the corn dog hut or hot dog on a stick. I live for this, especially the reference point. I love that there's the mustard and the ketchup drip. I was kind of on Michelle's side where it's like, why didn't you do some stuff with the makeup with that? But I did like this look a lot. And can someone please explain to me how many corn dogs were slapped to that thigh? Because bitch she pulled out more than one. She ate one on the runway. Then when Justin asked later about where did the corn dog come from, she pulled out another one. I was like, wait, where are they? That's amazing. That's amazing. Love it, Kylie. This was a great look. Loved it. Next up is Ginger Minge. Once again, presentation is a good seller of homes. Because when I tell you I bought this house, Ginger, you had me at the burned clip. Hair's off. She was giving me season 8's promo, low-key, like they're at the hair salon and all that kind of gas. But what I loved about it, there's burn marks on the jacket. You know, she's totally selling this garment. I think when she put the curling iron on the hand bit and realized she did that, that was what sold me. Plus the paint on the hand to get the burn. Come on now. This was good, Ginger. I love this. I like it when it gets campy. I like that. It was just really cute. Next up is Eureka. And I gotta say, I wasn't mad at this look either, but I did not like this color. It needed to be a little stronger in the color department for me. However, I love the presentation being sold in the sweaty dress and the, got the pig shits or the pig sweats as I like to call them, honey, because it's about to come. It's about to get out of your body. Like, you know what I mean? That ain't the Activia's calling you, girl. That's that bad barbecue from last night. But I thought she presented the look very well. I just did not like this color. I was like, oof. It doesn't want to be blue anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, I am trying to get away from this color. I don't want to be blue. It's very that. But go ahead, Eureka. Judging takes place. It's kind of what we all expected to happen, except, maybe Ginger would have won this, but Eureka got the highest of praises. Everyone else had a one mess up or two, and everything else was positive. But again, the name of the game is win, don't lose. So Eureka won this episode. Of course, she gets her $5,000 tip, and the other queens, the rest of the four, basically the top four from last week, is now in the bottom. So Eureka has come back into the competition just to send somebody who sent her home. Trinity is down. And even the welling up in tears, I felt I was emotional. I would have felt very low in that moment too, girl. It's like I was this fucking close. And I know I got far, but it's, you want to make it to the finals, girl. It's not, I want to make it far. You want to make it to the finals. So, it's hard to take in. And everyone else is also feeling some kind of way. But also, you could see some people feeling like, I think I'm okay. Conversations are had. Eureka, Trinity's my baby. It's going to be hard to do. I wouldn't send Trinity home first. Okay, Eureka. That was cute. You almost got us there. Who would you send home to everybody else? Everyone says Trinity. Duh. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, that was who you thought too. I don't believe that Eureka thought of anybody else besides Trinity to send home. Ginger, Kylie, and Raja. Do y'all, comment section, do you think that whatever little kumbaya teddy bear motherfucking relationship they try to play with us in our faces had anything to do with her sending somebody else home before she would send Trinity home? Or that someone convinced her to send Trinity home? I don't believe that. I thought she was going to send Trinity home from the start. I'm going to be fair. That's how Eureka's played the game, right? So why would she change that up? She's my friend, so I won't send her home. You had no problem sending nobody else home that was your friend. Help me out with that one. Yeah, I didn't give that one time. I was like, no. I don't believe her. But everyone cast their vote. Eureka is a clown. I know my friend Sarah was shitting herself. Sorry, Sarah. Everybody else that also has clown phobias, I know you were not you weren't feeling that look at all. At all. It wasn't bad. It was a good look, but I also was just like, I could feel people triggered just seeing it. Now, back to the main stage. The top four, now bottom four, and Eureka is there to lip sync for her life. And who is her opponent? None other than my good sis, one of my favorite winners ever in Drag Race. My girl, Miss Jada Essence Hall. Beach. You look good. Hey, sis. How you doing? Yep. I still need to see you perform, my darling. I still need to see you live. I still need to see you. Jada looks good. Eureka looks good. Everybody's there. They're ready to fight. Let's see how this pops off. I need this shirt to stop playing with me. We're trying to let the girls know it's X-Men. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me stop. I was not prepared for what this song was going to be. Appropriate. I'll keep it since Kennedy did him in Snatch Game. However, I wasn't expecting the song. I'm not going to say it doesn't belong there. I just wasn't expecting it. I'm trying to be kind. I'm practicing kindness, everybody. Good Golly, Miss Molly. Good Golly, Miss Molly by Lil Richard. So, much as I can like this song, I don't feel like this was a song I would have wanted to see on Drag Race ever be performed by anybody. Matt, no, I'm not trying to be mean. I did, in your mind, were you like, oh, I can't wait to hear Good Golly Miss Molly by Little Richard on here? And I know there's other songs too that we can have the same argument for, but I'm going to go back again and say, in your mind, were you ever thinking this would be a song we would hear on the stage? Listen. Eureka went from being a clown, removing a nose, the outfit's removed, she becomes color swatches for bare paint. Jada is still in her essence through the hall. The pompadour moment here is coming undone, but she's giving Little Richard, in my opinion, down. She's throwing a little rap, throwing a little shimmy shoo. A little bit of that. Eureka's giving something here. Eureka rolled on that floor. I wish they would stop rewarding her for cleaning the floor. I wish they would stop doing that. Like, listen, just because she's basically unfolding a blanket on stage by rolling across the floor that way. What is this? What about Good Golly Miss Molly gave someone being on fire? Help me God! Help me God! I like Eureka. Listen, I've enjoyed you this season. No shade, bitch. But some of these, I don't understand. Eureka did her job, though. Eureka is there to entertain. There was transitions, a reveal, a split, a roll. Maybe a kick was in there. She's got the boots for it. It happened. Jada split down. The girl looked good. I was entertained by Miss Jada Essence Hall. I thought it was a good showing for what it's worth. But it's just, the song did not get me hyped. This lip sync resulted in a double win. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why. But a double win it did get. And that, I guess, we'll have to accept. Because that's what happened. It's not like we can send in votes and then they change the outcome. It's not one of those books where it's like, turn to page 13 if you want to see Timmy survive this one. If you'd like to see him die and read about it, 64. Like, that's not what we're doing here. So, okay. It's a double win, a chance for 2 queens to go home out of 4 who are up for elimination. Queen's result was Trendy K. Bonet. Eureka's choice was also Trendy K. Bonet. I wish they would pick different names, low-key. I've been dying for someone to do a double elimination that way, like a gag, We've never been gagged that way just yet by a different vote. I need it in my life. I need it. But Trendy K. Bonet was chosen to go home. Sister, you are still in the top 4 for me. I'm not, whatever happened, they can't take that away. For me. I'm still keeping you there. You're still the top 4 for me. I'm sad that your time was cut short. There were moments you got in your way, my sister, but there were also moments when you shined so bright, nobody else could be seen. You are a bad bitch. I know you got it, but Tranny, you are always going to be legendary for me. I don't give a fuck. with what the rest of them say. You're still gonna be legendary for me, darling. You still have given great lip syncs, even with this season of the losses that happened that were just strange, child. Listen, wigs came off, things happened. You went up against Lagrange. It's a lot. But I think for Trinity, though, this showing this time was much better than season 6. And we also got to know you a lot more. And I think you have nothing to be ashamed of, girl. You killed it. You really did. But fuck, I am disappointed that you got done this way out the competition. Up to the 4, 5, boom. Now that I see what the next episode is, this country music song that Ru is going to be introducing, I said, oh, okay. Okay. Y'all, next week's the finale. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't anymore. I'm here for the ride. This episode was not my favorite. It was a little monologue-y. It was a little, but, you know, it's the transition into the next lens, I guess. Tell me what you thought of this week's episode down in the comments section below. Highs and lows, tops and bottoms, verse if you need to. I appreciate you so much for being here, for tuning in, for supporting your boy. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe before you leave today. And we have the panel coming up on Sunday, as well as other reactions on Patreon and more videos to come. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Puss, puss, listen, all that good stuff. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget to love yourselves and hug yourselves before you walk out the door, honeys, okay? I'll see you next time.